Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube page, where I'll be previewing every game of Week 16 here in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe to my page here on YouTube to get all of my sports previews and sports talk videos delivered right to your inbox. The Tennessee Titans, coming off of their Monday night win versus the Jets, will now travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers in Week 16. The Titans come in with a record of 5-9. Green Bay, by way of their win last week versus the Bears, come in with a record of 10-4 and winners of the NFC North. Now for the Green Bay in this game, still a lot at stake. Although they've sewed up the NFC North, coming with a record of 10-4, they still have the potential to play for one of those two byes here in the NFC. It looks as though the Falcons, if they win this week versus the Lions, which I expect them to do, they'll sew up the number one seed, home field throughout. But that second seed is still in question. The 49ers travel to Seattle this week, which is by no means, an easy win for them. So Green Bay is still very much alive for that all-important bye heading into the playoffs. It looks as though to get that bye, however, though, Green Bay would have to play out the rest of the season. They wouldn't have a chance to rest their players, which I don't think is something Green Bay would mind doing, to be honest. First and foremost, they're getting a lot of players back from injury. So I think getting these guys in a groove heading into the playoffs, and most notably their offense getting into a groove heading into the playoffs, I don't think would be a bad thing. And also, look, 2 years ago, the Packers had to keep the pedal to the metal all the way through the regular season. They get on a roll, they win the Super Bowl. Last year, obviously, with the sensational regular season, they had a chance to rest towards the end of the year, and obviously came out in their divisional playoff game a little bit flat and were beaten by the Giants. So I don't think from that perspective the Packers really mind having to play the full 16 weeks. They're very under the radar, 10-4. I don't think as much attention's being paid to them as was paid to them last year. They're led as always by Aaron Rodgers, who's having a very steady and really good season. And he's another guy who kind of flies under the radar. And you look at his numbers and you're like, wow, he's having a really good season once again. They're 6-1 at home. The Packers are, as always, a very solid home team. They've gotten the likes of Greg Jennings back in the last couple weeks, Clay Matthews. They'll look for Jordy Nelson to come back and round into shape before the playoffs as well. One, I don't want to say good thing because you never want to see guys get hurt, but a positive that's come of all these Green Bay players being injured this year is the emergence of Randall Cobb. And I think most people probably know him from last year in his rookie year when he returned the opening kickoff of the season for a touchdown against the Saints. Well, this young guy from Kentucky has now turned into a heck of a receiver and a legitimate weapon for Aaron Rodgers. So when they're at full strength now, they're going to have Nelson, Jennings, Cobb, Jones, and Jermichael Finley. And when you add that to a running game now that is at least sort of competent, I think you have a Packers team that we may be talking about making a deep run into the playoffs here come January. That remains to be seen. First and foremost, they want to keep on playing good heading into the playoffs, and I look for them to do that in this game against a Titans team that just talent level is not up to the Packers level. The Titans, they won on Monday night. Congratulations. It was a very ugly game on both teams' accounts. The Titans just played less bad than the Jets did. The Titans, and most notably Jake Locker, I think will have trouble with Green Bay, only because Green Bay's defense will show them a variety of looks. They'll have pressure coming off the edges, and where Green Bay's defense sort of trumps the Jets' defense is Green Bay's linebackers are very athletic, and I don't think Jake Locker will be able to get out of the pocket as much and really wreak havoc with his legs like he did against the Jets. I think Chris Johnson can have some success against the Green Bay defense, but what I look to happen in this game is Green Bay gets up early, and whenever you get up early, it kind of negates and kind of will take away the ability for Chris Johnson to get really established in this game. So I look for Green Bay to get out early, sort of stake their lead, and put themselves in a situation where they put the ball in Jake Locker's hands to beat them. And Jake Locker showed flashes on Monday night, but he's still not at the level, in my mind, to go into Green Bay and to outduel Aaron Rodgers in this game. So I like Green Bay minus the 11.5 at home to beat Tennessee in this game. Look for Green Bay to go to 11-4 and to possibly, again, be in the mix for one of those two byes in the NFC. As far as Tennessee goes, look, they're a work in progress. They showed some flashes this year, but they're definitely building for next year, and it'll be a good learning experience for them. But I like Green Bay minus the 11.5 at home. Be sure to check my other previews and predictions on here as well. And as always, thanks for listening, guys.